What's up, everybody? Okay, today I just wanted to get on here and just pretty much make a quick follow-up video. I mean, this stuff is everywhere, but whatever. I guess I just wanted to get my take on it and my little 2 cents on it. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, comment and share. Click the links for crypto merch that I've made, like the designs and stuff. Anyways, so yeah, we're beginning to see some of the blowback from the FTX collapse. It's pretty much finally kind of starting to make mainstream news a lot. And we're starting to hear more and more about just companies that were affected by FTX going bankrupt. So FTX went bankrupt, looks like yesterday or today. And a lot of the companies that had exposure to FTX, I don't know, are kind of scrambling to get the funds. So I don't know. We're gonna see. We're just gonna have to see how they get them, or if they can survive, right? I don't think certain companies, such as Coinbase, are affected in it really by any way, but we do know of some that are, or some that had money with FTX. Let me see. Looks like Voyager Digital, the CeFi platform that went under earlier this year at the beginning of the downturn of the market. They will now need another buyer because FTX was their buyer, and now they don't have a buyer. So I had heard a while back that maybe FTX was looking into buying Celsius, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's buying Celsius, or if anybody's even interested in buying Celsius. So I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah. Let me see. Let's go here. Sam Bankman-Fried resigning as the CEO of FTX. Dude, that it's like going. It's done. I don't see FTX coming back from this. FTT is gonna go. I mean, right now it's still trading. It actually got a lot of volume. Traders are just taking advantage of it, longing and shorting it. So I did see a lot of volume in it. A lot of people were shorting it, predicting it's gonna go to zero. If they do get a buyer or somebody steps in, it could go back up in value. But honestly, I mean, the only purpose of the FTC token was really just to use it to hold it in your account on FTX and basically get less trading fees as you're trading on the exchange. I mean, FTX was a centralized exchange, so same as Coinbase and crypto.com, similar, but it had its own thing. I never messed with it really. I opened up an account, but I never got on it. I mostly just use Coinbase, but I don't really keep my funds on Coinbase. I just use Coinbase to get in and out, So, yeah, Miami Heat Arena is going to take down the FTX sign. So, yeah, man. They're facing a lot of backlash. I mean, it just doesn't even make sense, He used customer funds to bail out Alameda Research, basically, and then now it came out that the head of Alameda Research was his ex-girlfriend or something, and then they had a big old thing going on with relationships within the company. And I don't know if it's coming to light, but how do you lose $4 billion? And then he just borrowed the money. He said he borrowed the money. He took the money from FTX Exchange to help Alameda, right? So I don't know, maybe Alameda lost it in the Luna collapse. I have no clue. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I don't know how you lose $4 billion in the first place, Insane. Of course, the Washington Post right here is going to try to push this agenda. Opinion: why the crypto bubble has finally popped. First of all, I've said it before in the past, this wasn't a bubble. The bubble hasn't even happened yet. The crypto market reaches $20 trillion, you could call it a bubble. Right now, it's nothing. It is a speck. It is irrelevant. It is irrelevant. Compared to the trillions and trillions and trillions in the traditional markets, in the real estate market, in all the money in the entire world, in the M1 money supply, the crypto market is a speck, even still. Even at the peak, it's still nothing. So, you can call the crypto market a bubble when it hits at least, 10 to 20 trillion. Then you can start calling it a bubble. Not even 10 trillion. It's got to be more than that. It's not even a fraction of, Apple. The entire crypto space isn't even the market cap of Apple. So, whatever. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. But we're going to see a lot of these headlines. Regulation might try to clamp down hard, even though it doesn't make sense, because this whole thing was human error, human greed. That's what caused all of it. So, the technology, crypto technology, right? Blockchains, they're still working fine. They're still working like they're supposed to. Avalanche, Phantom, Solana, Cardano, they're all fine. They're still working, they're still processing transactions, This was on a centralized exchange by people that did really stupid stuff with money and took large risks, and who knows what they did with the money, But I do know that it's definitely a lot bigger than what has come out so far. I do know that Alameda's research, the girl that was the what was it? She was the CEO of Alameda. Her father was an MIT professor, I saw earlier, and he used to be Gary Gensler, now of the SEC, was his boss at one point. So that would kind of explain why Tom Emmer, the senator, or congressman, I'm sorry, he called out Gary Gensler on this just a few days ago. How Gary Gensler was really trying to, back FTX before all this stuff happened, and trying to make it basically just putting, I don't know, you guys gotta look at it. It was wild. But Gensler was backing FTX somehow. And Tom Emmer called him out on it, So, DeFi, crypto, blockchains, still working the way they're supposed to. And none of this has anything to do with human behavior. This entire collapse was caused by this dummy. Companies that have exposure to FTX. Here's a few. We all know, I mentioned it before, Galaxy Digital, which honestly Galaxy Digital would be fine, because Mike Novogratz has a bunch of money, and he's not just in crypto, he's everywhere, Multi-Coin Capital and Sequoia Capital. They have a lot of money. They'll be fine. The Exposed, Crypto.com. I don't know. I think they'll be fine. I mean, they did just buy the Lakers arena for a lot of money. And they did pay a lot of celebrities to do their commercials, Matt Damon and stuff. I don't know, it's pretty, it'll be interesting, you know. Kraken, 9,000 FTT, that's not that much, that's not bad. Kraken will be fine, Crypto.com will be fine, Galaxy Digital will be fine. We're just gonna have to see, how this exposure affects the ones that had a large exposure to FTT, how this collapse, you know what I mean? BitMEX, they'll be fine. Solana Labs does not have any assets on FTT.com. So, Nexo, zero exposure to FTT. So Nexo actually might be one of the only, if it's kind of funny. I didn't expect Nexo to be like the only CeFi platform remaining, but it looks like they might be. Interesting, very interesting. That's funny to me. I did not expect Nexo out of BlockFi and Celsius. I was expecting Nexo to go under first, and it turns out that Nexo was like the most solid one after all. That's funny. I couldn't have told me that like 2 years ago. That's wild. But as far as, we're just gonna see, you know what I mean? Because like now FTX has to sell off a lot of their tokens. They have a lot of tokens, such as, you know, they have we just don't know how much they have, but we do know that they have a lot of Solana, so they will be selling off some Solana, which is why the Solana price had crashed. And you know, they need liquidity to pay back people, and they have to pay back a lot of money, and they have a lot of Solana, so that's really the only reason I see Solana went down in value. It's just temporary, in my opinion. I think Solana is a great blockchain, a lot of great things on it. I use Solana, you know, pretty often. It's more, you know, for NFTs, it's great, you know. Magic Eden is awesome. And my little, you know, my profile pic is like a monkey. That monkey is Monkey Rejects on Solana. It's one of the ones I own. But I think Solana long term will be fine. We're just gonna have to see, because, you know, it will face sell pressure and panic selling, and so will other coins that they hold, such as, you know, like I said before, Phantom. And I was looking at their list. They have a long list of stuff that they hold. I mean, it's a lot, like hundreds of coins. So they're gonna probably be liquidating a lot of that, if not all of it. And we're gonna see how that affects the market. We're just gonna have a lot of more token supply of these tokens on the market, and yeah, we're just gonna have to keep an eye on it. But long term, I think most of them will be fine. We just have to weather the storm, and, you know, eventually the crypto market will balance itself back out again, and it'll be fine. Pretty much the crypto market it'll find its, you know, its own way. Right now Bitcoin is the leader still, right? And then Bitcoin's down because the S&P 500 is down, and the S&P 500 is down is because the Fed is raising interest rates. So really everything's just going to be rocky in general until the Fed finishes raising interest rates, which we don't know when that's going to be. They're at least going to do it 2 more times, at least 2 more times. Or if they do it enough and then they're going to mess something up, right? Because they raise it too much and something in the financial system is going to break, in the traditional financial system, and then you're going to see a sharp drop in the S&P 500 from where it is now, and then they're going to have to pivot. And until that happens, I think everything's just going to be, you know, kind of sideways. Yeah. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And I think when that happens in the traditional markets, that'll be the next big black swan event, but we won't know until it happens. But that's my prediction anyways. But yeah. Alright. That's it for this one. I just wanted to touch on the markets. And yeah, I'll be back with another one. Peace.